All right, Big Bang. Today is Thursday. It is April 28th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. We haven't done one of these in a while. I don't think so. It feels like it's been a while. Has it been a while, or am I making this up?
Yeah, it's been a little over a month.
It's been a little over a month. Okay. Yeah. A little behind-the-scenes episode. That's not really behind the scenes, but it just turns into us bullshitting. But I think it's good anyway, so I like to do these here and there. How uncomfortable are you that you're in the seat and not behind the desk?
Yeah,
Tom.
Pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, for the record, obviously Tom, myself, Danny, and also Harry's gonna be chiming in here. Harry's behind the, not behind the glass, but he's behind the desk, so you won't see him, but you'll hear him.
How the turntables?
Are you uncomfortable? Be honest.
Well, yeah, because now it's like I'm here to only talk.
Yeah.
Before I was able to if
Switch
I didn't
screens.
chime in, I was like, yeah, I'm just doing some producing back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of like these behind the scenes quote unquote episodes are like content boot camp. Eddie just calls us in and is like, what do you got? We're gonna live firing off. If you don't have anything, you're fucked on air.
Yeah, is that the best way to do content boot camp? Zero idea or prep at all?
I've been working with Eddie for a while, and even since way back when we were in his parents' basement. I'll be like, you got anything? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll explain on air. I'm like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of prepping.
That's always your answer is I have prep, as if you're shaming us for not having done the prep when that's not that's clearly the disconnect here. It's of course you do.
These are
what
live,
and for us it's not what we know. So
Eddie wants live takes.
I always have a plan. You should know that.
There you go.
You should know that.
And we don't.
So yeah, needless to say, we are here. First things first. I don't know. Have you guys been following? I got a couple pop culture things. You guys like that shit? Or actually,
yeah.
Is there any behind the scenes things before we get into pop culture? Is there anything? How was the live dozen? You got Danny. You got some inside scoop on Big Cat moving back. Is that right?
It's funny. After he went on Waddle and Sylvie. He came back to the office, and my dad had already texted me, like, "Oh, I just heard Big Cat Waddle Sylvie is moving back."
He's a big sports radio talk guy, right?
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, so, and then I told Big Cat, and he was like, he was kind of like, "Oh, shit."
Oh, shit. He's like, yeah, I didn't realize. He was just bullshitting with the boys. And
right. He described it perfectly on the Porno Night Show. I think that's something, he said the first day he moved to New York, he's like, yeah, I plan on moving back to Chicago. So,
yeah.
But I think behind the scenes I would like to know Tom did a lot of that technical camera work. We were getting to have a good time in the balcony, and Tom's running around sweating, trying to get shots of Greer in the balcony.
Yeah,
yeah, it was almost all worth it for that one shot of Greer. There was a clip that they included. I don't know if it was in the live broadcast, but it was in at least the YouTube version where Jeff made a joke insinuating that Greer won a super fan contest, and at the time, I'm standing right near the speaker, so I can't hear the specifics of what Jeff is saying to the crowd. I just saw everyone look up to the balcony, and I'm like, oh, I should probably get a shot of that balcony. And as I look up, all you see is a hand reach out and give the middle finger, and I wound up being just a perfect shot of Greer.
And people know the machine gun has been on.
Yeah,
one of these
the
before.
data guy, Barstool's data guy, machine gun.
Yeah, pretty interesting. You waited for he was here for a week, and then you waited for him to leave, and you're like, all right, let's get.
I wanted to do it yesterday to get the machine gun involved, but it just didn't work out. The taxidermy had the Port Night Show, a lot going on. Had a big bocce game, a lot going on.
When is bocce season?
Dude, now
it doesn't stop, right?
Now it's year round.
Oh, really?
It's pretty much like February to August. It's no fall.
What do you think about extending sports year round? My buddies will play in a softball league in a dome in the winter.
No, the people who play at the Rosemont
Really?
Dome are psychotic.
Yeah.
And I say that respectfully because I know people are going to get mad at me. But come on, Danny. That's psychotic.
It's the love of the game mixed in with just having something to do in the dog days of winter. I can't totally hate it. I think
true.
Rosemont Dome is kind of good vibes.
Well, here's the thing about the Rosemont Dome, though, dude, is those games are at midnight.
Yeah.
At 11 p.m.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're late as fuck.
Awesome.
One time,
but it's a Tuesday.
One time I was driving by at 11:30, and I was with a friend. We were coming from somewhere, and I pull in. You probably don't even know about the Rosemont Dome.
No.
So the Rosemont Dome, for people that don't know, and if you're outside of Chicago, it's probably fucking foreign. But Rosemont is pretty much the first suburb outside of O'Hare.
And you pretty much need like to give a blood sample if you want to live there.
Yes,
like they
I've
only
heard that.
allow certain new residents.
I've heard that.
But go on.
So if you come out of O'Hare, it's the first thing you pass. It's like the next stop after the Blue Line. They have this dome, huge dome.
Home of one of the best water towers in the country, the big giant rose.
That gets me on another thing. I love a good fucking water tower.
Yeah, I remember Barstool Trent. That was his like shtick for a while, and someone sent him a picture of the Rosemont one. He was in awe.
Really, I love a good water tower. Great water tower.
That was a great run on Twitter, by the way. But continue.
I don't remember he had that run.
It was a while ago.
Really?
It was just one of those like classic Barstool moments that for like a month it was just my timeline was just water towers because everyone was sending every picture that Trent got sent. He would retweet it. So like it was like, oh, it's pretty nice. Like,
So, the Rosemont Dome. So, whatever. It's just like a sporting complex. It's got field turf. There's a bunch of other things over there. There's a softball field. I know Jenny Finch used to be on the team. There's the Chicago Dogs.
Yeah, the Chicago Dogs. You've been in one of those games. It's right by there.
So, it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, I know.
Literally right there.
Got it.
And, like, whatever. And we were driving by, and we're like, dude, there's a lot of action there for a Saturday night at fucking 11 o'clock at night, you know? So, like, we're like, yo, let's pull in. Let's, like, check it out. Let's see what's going on. Normal thing to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And so we go in. There's youth softball, girls softball. And I'm, like, in awe. I'm like, Saturday night, 11 p.m. I was like, what's going on here, you know? And I go to find someone. I'm like fast. I was like, hey, these girls always play this late? They're like, hey, like, yeah, there's games all night. There's games at 4 a.m. And I was like, 4 a.m.? Like, they're like, yeah, it's travel ball. Like, this is, that's how they squeeze it in. Like, whatever. Like, it's the best time. Could you imagine waking your daughter up to go play 3:30 a.m.? We got to drive to the Rosemont Dome to play softball.
They utilize that.
Fucking murder.
They utilize the hell out of that dome. I've been to boxing fights there.
Have you?
Yeah. I mean, there's never like a free time slot in that dome, I feel like.
No, listen.
A boxing?
Yeah.
Obviously, I speak in jest because, rec sports are good, youth sports are good, and, sports in general are good, keeps people out of trouble, whatever. And if you're on, like, a major team, which I say major, that's, like, the teams, and if you don't know 16-inch softball, look it up on YouTube or whatever.
It's like
whatever.
softball, but a little bigger.
Yeah, maybe you got to play year-round, and that's, like, that's how you stay into it because you're trying to win a championship in the summer, whatever, but.
By the way, I can believe it. Like, it's not that. I've told you guys before, like, I have family out here in Chicago, and just growing up, like, the only thing I really knew about them is they had a lot of girls, and every girl was like extremely into softball. Like, my mom was like, you don't understand like how good your cousins are at softball. And then like we would see them play like a family rec game, and it's like, oh my god, like these like older girl cousins of mine would like kick my ass, and like they're it's like very intense. So that kind of makes sense now.
I bet that's great. And listen, it'd be the same. I'd have the same take if it was baseball, waking your son up at 3 a.m. to fucking drive.
Playing sports at 3 a.m. That's just what we're talking about.
Yeah, you don't got to put any caveats on it.
Exactly.
Like it's
but you always do for some fucking asshole. It's like, and then some people's probably going to accuse Rosemont Dome of shoving the poor girls at, the ass crack of dawn.
Yeah, child
when that's
labor.
not the case. That's just when it is.
Yeah.
But regardless, it was stunning to see and hear that they were going to be playing there until 6 a.m.
Tell me you didn't stay for the
how long did
3:30
you
game.
stay?
No, I that would be one hell of a night, though. Could you imagine just sitting there? And
Are like the concessions open all night?
No, they closed at midnight. I asked that, actually.
How weird did you feel walking in there like alone, being like, hey, what's going
I was
on?
with
And
a
the answer
friend.
was youth.
Oh, what? There's a
Within
younger
softball.
girls
Yeah.
softball game here?
I was with a friend, but if I was alone, I would have felt I still felt we were with a friend. Like, we're like, all right, we can't stay too long. You know? Like, we can't just sit here. Like, that's... Like, here's the thing. I actually genuinely do like walking up on a game of whatever it is and watching, whether it be 16-inch softball, whether it be baseball, whatever.
What do we got going on over here?
It's just good to, you know what I mean? Sometimes you like to take in a live game.
You're just walking diamond to diamond at Oriole Park.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. But if you're sitting on those metal bleachers and you're alone and, people, like, you stick out.
Yeah, bust out the trench coat. You might as well.
Yes, exactly. Bust it out. So you can't do that. But regardless, the Rosemont Dome is a wild place. Before we continue, I do want to talk about Roman here today, guys. Do you guys know anything about this company?
Do I? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
What do you know?
That they have these swipes that help make your penis erect. and that you can
That's
get
not
them
true.
delivered. You can get them delivered discreetly.
Well, I'll correct you. They have pills that make your penis erect. You can go check those out
the
too.
wipes desensitize your Johnson.
Well, I don't know if that's the case either. I think a lot of correction here from the two behind the scenes guys. I hear us
No,
read
that's
these ads
true.
all the
And
time.
we're getting really
It helps you
technical
last
here.
longer by like desensitizing.
Yeah,
a
but you
little.
also I don't think desensitize is the right word. I think people would be turned off to buy a product if you
All right.
said
We'll
desensitize
cut that.
because I don't think that's what it says.
Pretty sure that's what it does.
Regardless, the Roman swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and they're fast acting, but they don't require a prescription. Roman can ship swipes to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipe packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. Just take the swipe out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry. You're good to go. That's it. Go to GetRoman.com/dogwalk to get $10 off when you choose a monthly plan. That's GetRoman.com/dogwalk. One more time, GetRoman.com/dogwalk. Go grab the swipes, everybody. The weekend is near. You want to be prepared. And if you're not prepped this weekend, get it for next weekend. All right, what else we got, Danny?
You said you have a couple pop culture talking
yeah.
points for us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Are you guys following this Alec Baldwin stuff?
I actually did watch all of that yesterday.
The body cam footage
Yeah.
and whatnot?
Very heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of like
they didn't realize the seriousness of the situation, huh?
there's just there's just some videos that like we don't need to see, and I didn't need to see that. That's just
Yeah, so
Just
so
heavy
far
shit.
after too.
like an immediate like just the human reactions to like immediately after one of their coworkers got shot on set. It's just I don't know.
That's
You-
where
you
you're
can't-
gonna. That's where you're gonna draw the line on videos we don't need to see, though.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know. It's like something about like something that's like so real and heavy that you can almost like maybe like relate to some of those people in that situation. Like if you're like part of a set and something like a tragic accident
Yeah.
happens out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden you're like sitting there and you're like, oh my god, like there's like this is like a real life human being that we just kind of lost.
Yeah. No, I feel you. There's something. Are you good with like gore and like that kind of shit? Like, can you watch gross shit or no? Not saying like
I
this,
become
but-
very desensitized to videos and shit. Like,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
can watch like unfortunately. Like,
I guess I could weirdly get more shook by like something like that body cam footage than like seeing someone in like a third world country get their head chopped off. Because like we've all seen that ever since we were kids. So yeah, you kind of get desensitized.
which is
to that
kind of
shit.
fucked up.
Oh, very fucked up.
But still, those videos still get me once in a while. Like I saw some video in Philly, I think it was, of last winter of someone getting shot over shoveling. Did you guys see that video?
I can't say I have.
It was fucking
What's
scarring.
what's your algorithm on here?
Well, people send it to
Are you on Live Leak?
I'm not on live. I mean, not like I don't go check. I don't go to liveleak.com, but if I Google something
on-
and it shows up, sure.
Not Safe for Life on Reddit? Is that what you like to go on?
No, I didn't even know there was a subreddit. Dude, Reddit's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like the amount of subreddits, like there's a subreddit for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen like there's like a 50-50 one where it's like a subreddit where like there's a photo that's blurred out and there's a 50% chance that it's a not safe for life picture, or 50% chance that it's just like a nice cute picture of like a kitten.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a really fucked up game. Like you'll see like a penis cut in half or like a bunch of flowers.
The dick ones will always get you. You'll still always, if you see a guy getting his dick chopped off or whatever, even if you hear a story about it, you still feel it in your dick every time.
I actually don't think I've ever seen that though.
That shit fucked me up for a long. Yeah,
Like you reek.
Yeah, I've seen obviously, you know, fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever watched a live dick chopping, but just even hearing like the Lorena Bobbitt stories, shit like that, you still feel it. You feel it in your dick every time you hear that a guy got his dick chopped off.
Yeah, no, true. So back in the day, there was a Barstool blog called. There was this guy named T-Bone. He did remember him, like there was a guy Uncle Buck too, and they did these blogs, and it was all like like girls and whatnot. He did T-Bone's Roulette, and like there was like 7 pictures, and like there was hot girls under every one of them except for one. There was something like fucked up.
Okay,
Like
so
gory.
Yeah.
those are better odds than the 50-50.
Yeah, but but here's the thing. You're clicking both,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. You're going until you get the bad picture.
100%. if you get the good pick, you're like, well, I have to look at the bad pick.
Is that the option on?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, it's just there's no option. It's just one pick.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. How about you, Harry? You like watching this kind of thing?
I see videos on Twitter like every day. I'm like, how is this not banned?
Yeah, dude.
There's some explicit.
Have you
stuff
heard
out
how
there.
Harry uses Twitter? It's one of the
No.
funniest things of all time.
How does he?
I'll
use it?
get like a slew of likes from tweets from like 2 days ago from Harry, all from Harry. And so I asked Harry, like, why does this keep happening? And he goes, well, you know, I don't like my Twitter feed. Like, it's just all stuff I don't want to see. So like every now and then I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh wait, I need to catch up on like what Tom's saying. And like he'll like look up my Twitter and like see what he's missed in the past couple days and just like it. And like that's how he uses Twitter.
I don't hate that. I
No,
don't hate
it's just
that
like, but it
at
just kind
all.
of blows your mind that like Harry's found a different way to use Twitter.
Yeah,
I need to
get-
work my algorithm. Yeah.
I get the same thing. I'll get like 4 likes from Harry Bogle, and I'm like, oh, Harry's checking up on me.
Yeah, but like Harry's like, how old are you, Harry?
24.
Yeah, so Harry's 24. That's probably how my dad would use Twitter if I showed him what Twitter was.
You're 1,000% right.
Yeah.
1,000%
Yes,
right.
we got an old man up.
There's a lot of that in this office. There's a lot of that.
So speaking of dads real quick, the other day I was at my parents' house and my dad was taking off his coat and a mini hourglass fell out of his pocket. And I'm like, what are you doing with like this little sand hourglass just on you? And he said that one of his buddies at the bar, whenever someone is telling a story, after a while, his friend will pull out an hourglass and say, hurry it up. And so then my dad bought one, brought it to the bar, then pulled that move on, and the guy who usually does it to him.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. My comment is I don't want to say it because I'm trying to go a whole show here without talking
bringing
one
up-
of our
I know,
coworkers.
Yeah.
But if we had one of these for one of our coworkers, it would be a very funny bit.
Oh, Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chief. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
He-
about.
Do you guys have friends who have like a weird bit like that? Like I have a friend who, if someone has a white lighter, it doesn't matter where we are. We could be in a fancy restaurant. He will see if he sees the white lighter, he'll throw it, he'll steal it, and he'll chuck it. Because like legend has it, white lighters are bad luck. Because supposedly majority of the members of the 27 Club were found with a white lighter in their pocket when they died.
Is there any proof to that, or is this an urban legend?
I don't think it's been proven.
Really?
But the 27 Club is like a real thing.
The white lighter thing was always something you heard from like the annoying like stoners when you were
Right.
like 17.
Dude, white lighter.
Yo,
Yeah.
why do you have a white lighter? You know.
And he still does it.
That's funny.
Even
no,
if he
I-
doesn't know the person?
I don't know if I've ever seen that play out, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
I just have like an uncle who just like does bits at bars and it's like hysterical. Like it's just because it's like it's the corniest shit, but it's just hysterical that he's doing it. A lot of characters in my family, but
Yeah.
he did one at my dad's 60th birthday where he just like started saying like he was like in a ton of pain, and he like pulled out his hand and it was just it looked like a nail was going through his finger. And he was like screaming and crying, and then it just turns out it was like a gag, like fake prop nail with a blood thing that looked like, and it was like, you know, like I'm just like, just the idea that he would do that at like a family birthday party just for the bit of someone laughing that he got him was like, all right, like he thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and then he just started dropping fake $100 bills around the party. And like there would be like 3 different people who'd be like, "Oh my God, is that a $100 bill?" And it's like, "No, don't touch it." It's Uncle Jimmy's like,
He should have done Pooh Dollar.
Yeah.
yeah, no, but like just the corniest like just like older guy bits, but it's almost funny like how funny he thinks it is.
Yes, there's something beautiful about how guys like that think
Yeah,
it's
like,
like,
look at this fucking piece of shit.
yeah, exactly. He
Just
thinks,
trying to get one over on his own family members at my dad's 60th birthday
and
party.
he just thinks like it's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
There's no higher form of comedy than that.
Yeah, it's just like pure like just guys being like little rascal pranksters.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep the whoopee cushions alive and all that.
He would love a whoopee cushion.
Dude, I said that. We've talked about this before, haven't we? Like, why is the whoopee cushion died?
It's a very hard prank to pull off. Like
Is
the
it
per-
though?
You should bring it back. That will never not be funny. I will laugh 100% of the time at fart noises.
1,000%. Dude.
I think the key is you have to. It comes in pink, and like nothing goes with pink. Like you need a brown whoopee cushion for like a chair like this. like best case scenario because everyone's always looking at their chair.
Never made sense, the design.
Yeah.
It's like you needed to put it under a cushion, but then when that happened, it would either muffle the sound or it would just pop.
Yeah, but it's one of those. I don't know. People don't. You just don't look where. It's the old pull in the chair trick. You just don't really look where you're sitting.
I think you do.
You do?
I think all it takes is like one
I
scarring
don't
moment
think so.
where someone pulled the chair out for me or something, and ever since you're looking at your chair every time now.
I will always specifically, like when I get in my car, I'll throw shit on my seat so I don't forget it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, say if it's like a piece of mail and I'm like, oh, I need to go to the mailbox. I don't want to put this on the other seat because then I'll just won't look at it. And I'll still just sit on it without any regard.
Oh, really?
Without any, like sunglasses, you name it.
I think I found my first victim.
Well,
We need to
dude,
bring it back.
the whoopee cushion it's a lost art, really.
Yeah.
Even I used to love, shout out to the Hip. I was actually there. We're getting really Chicago specific today. I was actually there a couple times this week.
I can relate.
And yeah.
A couple times? You were at the Hip a couple times this week?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be saying that on radio. Why?
You
still hang out at Hot Topic with those guys?
No.
Those guys with the black mohawks?
No. So the Hip is a mall. All it is a mall that gets a lot of shit.
The Harlem Irving Plaza.
For being a bad mall. I think it's a unfair, unwarranted stigma.
When was this? Saturday?
So I stopped at the mall Sunday to get, I forget what I had to get. I went to that vitamin shop in there or whatever.
Okay.
And then the other day I went to the eye doctor. But the single guy, someone said they saw him.
The single guy?
Remember the guy who would walk around this guy would walk around the mall, and I've been trying to find him to get him on the show. He wore a shirt that said "I'm single" with his phone number on it, and he just relentlessly wore
That's
this thing.
incredible.
And like this guy's been going there for like 20 years.
Okay, that's weird.
That's the kind of guy Eddie's
20
hanging out with
years.
at the malls.
That's a perfect dog walk.
He said,
20
I
years.
don't know why I had to go Saturday, but I had to go for something all right. He was just popping in.
Yeah,
He was just getting a slice from Sparrow and sitting on the bench for 2 hours, people watching.
Yeah. It's not true, but I saw this guy, and I forget where I was going with originally with this story. How did we get it? Oh, there used to be a prank store in the mall, and some of the classic ones were the fake cigarette,
Mm-hmm.
But it was so obvious now that you're older because you blow it out rather than inhale it in.
Yeah.
Blow it out, and I'll say this. The stick of gum will always be funny.
The stick of gum hurts.
It hurts bad.
It stings.
I don't know how that's legal.
It like gets under your nail. Yeah, that's
This stick, that was like scary.
Yeah.
I feel like people got caught on to that too quickly though.
What, the stick of gum?
Yeah, because they just they didn't really update what the fakeness of it was. It was still disguised as a stick of gum from the 1950s.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it was
There was
hey, we'll take a stick of this perfectly normal stick of gum that I.
Yeah, the
time
one
travel
slice is
for.
just jutted out a little more than the rest. No one's presenting a pack of gum to someone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to come out with more modern. We need a camouflage whoopee cushion, normal pack of gum.
like an orbit book of gum, but it's like a buzz thing.
Yeah.
We need to update the design.
Yeah, but the thing is it's like, Juicy Fruit, they have rights to sue the fuck out of them because, could you imagine that
All the
backlash?
lost sales. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
All the genuine offers of gum that were turned down because of that.
Exactly. Juicy Fruit, that's their fucking Juicy Fruit. Their favorite thing, like, how the worst thing is when you get caught with a pack of gum.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're low, like, I don't mind sharing gum. Like, I don't know if you guys do or not, but you know how it is. If you're at like a crowded place, vultures, it's like vultures. But if you're low, you maybe try to keep it a little discreet.
Mm-hmm.
Juicy Fruit, like, thinking about it, that, or Wrigley, whoever, gum companies, they love that shit. That's why those packs are so damn bright. They want people to see that shit.
Yes, you're right.
The more gum you eat, the more gum you're going to buy, huh?
Yeah, those are meant to share for sure.
Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm. I remember the prank gum being Wrigley Spearmint, though.
Really?
Because I wouldn't be reaching for Juicy
Yeah,
Fruit. It loses flavor. I don't even want that.
No, it looked like the double mint.
Yeah, double mint, like the green.
I thought it was a wild cherry type deal.
No, it was always green and had like the two arrows.
Maybe, yeah, because you could just put spearmint.
But you had to wrap your hand around the pack because they still called it like buzz gum. Like the text on the gum still was like very obvious that it was prank gum.
Yeah, and it's like the person offering it to you, they would never came up to you with a straight face. Like that's such a tough sell. Yeah. Take the gum. Man,
I can't get over the hourglass bit.
that's great.
That just explains so much of like why who Danny is. That his dad's just doing that.
You
as
know
a
him.
bit.
You know him. I mean, I wanted to say it on the show because you know it's coming. You know I'm buying one. You know I'm smacking it right down on Dave's desk
Oh,
one of
yeah.
these days.
Like
Oh,
if
yeah.
that didn't fall out of his coat, do you think he would have just like done that by himself without like letting anyone know?
Yeah, I mean, it's more of like a joke for him and his friends, I guess, but it leaks into his family.
Those are
life.
the best. Like just jokes that like are like hysterical and like
Yeah.
they're really not meant for anyone besides like two people.
Yeah. I kind of, and your uncle, man, that guy's just living his own life and he's just happy in his own world.
Yeah, that was some of the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life. Just that entire day, just like all the layers of comedy in that. Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
inspiring.
That's funny. You had something on this to go all the way back to our former conversation. You had something on that Baldwin thing. No? Did you see it?
Yeah, I just was saying like it was weird how everyone just thought she was okay right after it happened.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part was.
Like, yeah, they're like, oh, is she all right? And
What
like,
is your take? Sorry, you brought it up and I gave my answer. And
I watched, and it was kind of hard to hear. At least I had trouble hearing it. I don't know if you guys did. I don't know. I did. I swear. But yeah, that was tough when he's like, oh, like how's she doing? Like, well, she got airlifted. Well, does that mean? And then he's like, no, that means it's like really bad. But that was a tough moment.
All right, moving on. That is a tough moment. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't watch it. But
Yeah.
I can
No, it's
imagine.
all right.
and you were saying before about
Here
Amber
comes the
Heard.
slander. Oh yeah. Amber
Yeah,
Heard. Did you guys watch? Did you watch that trial?
Yeah, where you were saying that she's right. Like Johnny Depp isn't.
I don't
a
know what's
victim
going
of
on in that
domestic
case
abuse.
because from what I heard, no pun intended, was that originally, obviously, everything came out, everyone was against Johnny Depp. And then more information came out and
Yeah.
everyone was on Johnny Depp's side. And now I hear it's like, oh, it's kind of like they're both crafting their own narrative and nobody know. I mean, we're going to find out, right? By whatever the court, I don't know. You'd hope they get it right. But
Well, it seems like the general public is Team Johnny. Ever since she came out with that quote, like, "Oh, see if anyone believes a man if that he's a victim of domestic abuse or whatever."
yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, and that's the thing where it's like the case is so in depth where it's like hard not to miss something
Hey,
and whatnot.
He's pun master over here.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard the case is in depth.
in depth.
Dr. Seuss.
That is a double pun.
that's
Good
Dr.
call.
Seuss, right? Yeah.
Fucking Dr. Seuss. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. I mean, I think we've gone long enough. Do you guys got anything else?
I think I voiced everything I had to say today. The hourglass,
Big thing.
Eddie
Big,
being a mall rat, Rosemont Dome. I checked all my boxes.
big thing is bring back whoopee cushions.
Yeah, we need more
Yeah.
shit humor in this office.
That's the biggest. Yeah, that's the biggest takeaway here.
I think there's a market if we just like revive that kind of community, just like classic pranks, whoopee cushions.
Does Spencer's carry any of that shit or no?
Oh, I'm sure.
They have to.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
We need like
If Spencer's doesn't, who does?
Yeah.
You know.
Spencer, would you say we need to what?
well, like there's like those like low quality technology prank stuff that they tried to update with at some point that I think never really caught on. But like the remote fart machine thing, that just like plays it off of a little sound recorder thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like I think
A
you would,
remote
I think you
control
would
whoopee
put
cushion.
yeah, like a remote control whoopee cushion basically.
Dude, I still have like a.
Every time I will laugh at that every time.
I still
will
have
laugh at
like a
fart every time.
couple stink bombs. Those things are great.
Dude,
Yeah.
stink bombs were awesome. Bomb bags.
Yeah, I
Remember
ordered
those?
I ordered a bunch offline like a year ago, and
The
No.
little glass bottles
Yeah,
with
the
the cork that
glass
you
ones,
just
you just-
smash.
Sometimes I feel like if I ever have kids, like it's gonna sound like I grew up like in the Stone Age compared to like how much has like changed since we were kids.
I
Like
think
we're not
kids
that
still use
old, but
stink bombs though.
there's no shot they use
You don't
stink
think so?
bombs and bomb bags and the what are like the things that you throw on the ground that snap the snappers.
Oh yeah, they still use those. That's like the first firework you
Everyone-
get introduced to, besides the sparkler.
I don't think
Snap.
so.
I could see them using snappers, but stink bombs. I don't even know if you could buy those anymore.
Really?
Dude, I don't think anyone's like buying Spalding balls anymore.
First time I ever went to the hip, I got kicked out because one of the 6th graders threw a stink bomb in the food court.
Worth it.
They got booted.
That's funny.
Oh, I just had one more thing because that's why I was asking you when you went to the mall. Like, what day was this? Because like Saturday was the first day that it was like summer day in Chicago, like 80 and sunny.
Eddie's like, gotta hit the mall.
Yeah,
on a
I'm
nice
really
day like
curious. I'm just very curious, like what Eddie does on those days.
Well,
Like,
everybody knows that the mall AC is the best AC.
like, you see, that's what I
So-
mean. Like you saw like a beautiful, nice sunny
course.
day, and you're like, what a great day to stay inside even more.
To go to the mall.
I could honestly see you hanging out in that Hobby Lobby they have for a good 2 hours though.
Yeah, I mean they put a couple nice additions to that mall. I'll say that.
So
Would
you
you
did
say
go to the
like,
mall that day?
No, that wasn't the day I went. I
would you
went
say
Sunday.
you've embraced that you're a mall rat?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty open at this point. We did a Jasper
But
Mall.
you say like joking, like yeah, I'm a mall. Like,
I mean,
you're a mall rat.
I don't hang out there that much.
Just besides the 6 specific times you just told us about.
No, 3. But if you want to, it's a great movie. I love that movie. So sure. Have you guys
Mall
seen
rat?
the movie?
No.
It's a great movie. You should check. I mean, it's probably not great, but it's good. It's a good movie.
Would you ever grow out of a mall?
What do you mean?
Like, what if you became like big cat level like success? Is there like something that you would?
He'd put on a disguise just so he could hang out.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what I
mall.
mean. Like, how far would you go before you're like, all right, no, like I'm actually now that I have like enough money, I can fulfill my need, or like by going to this, or is it like I need to go to a mall for the rest of my life?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe like once you go to Mall of America, your
I don't
your
like this.
fulfillment will
Listen, now
probably
you
be-
guys are making me seem like a weird mall guy. You're putting me
You
there
are.
with the.
You are a weird
That's what
mall
I'm trying
guy.
to say.
You're
You
putting
are.
me there with the I'm single guy, and that's not a box I want to be in. So fuck you. And I go to the mall a proper amount.
Eddie's just like hanging out with the Cinnabon workers. Like, you like it here? And asking them weird questions and shit.
I know which one's rolls the best cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
That's a nice perk. Same thing with Auntie Ants. You know, I can't have the person who makes bad twists on their pretzels.
John's not working
Yeah,
today.
I gotta get a good one. I gotta get a good one.
I'm gonna
All right,
take
this is
a lap.
a bullshit narrative, so I'm gonna cut this before it gets any more bullshit. Thank you guys for joining. Harry, thank you. You didn't speak much, even though I said you should.
Thank you, Harry.
Maybe next time.
He speaks with he takes his words quantity.
No,
or
I'm
quality
glad-
over quantity.
I'm glad I told that Twitter story because that's really funny, and I don't think a lot of people know that
Well,
that
that's-
happens.
Yeah, I struggle to keep up with Twitter. I
Doesn't know how to
just
use
with everything
Twitter.
we got.
I
We
don't
have a lot of
blame you.
content coming out. You
I
know.
don't blame you.
I go on enough for work, so that's how I look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
You could give Harry his own episode. Harry was like a barback in the Bahamas for a summer.
Really?
The Hamptons, but
Hamptons,
yeah.
whatever.
Oh, that's a big difference, you dummy.
Sorry, I knew it was just a nice place. Wait, but you lived somewhere else for a while, right? What else? What am I confusing it with?
No, I just did an internship through school in Hong Kong.
Okay.
But,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was just like when you're talking about working at a restaurant. It was just like after my freshman year of college, working at a restaurant just with some friends.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You
There
should
you
say we should say it like you definitely need. Well, I don't know how many stories he has, but like just being a bouncer at Halligan's is pretty fun.
Yeah, hook and ladder.
That is funny.
Only 5 months, but I saw
I mean,
enough.
I'm waiting for you. I mean, someone asked me too that we did an episode on your cancer. What was it? March of 2019.
Yeah, it was before I had
I
like,
wasn't
any
here.
affiliation with you guys.
Yeah. So go back and listen to that. And I mean, it's, you know, it'd be nice if Tom like came up to me and was like, "Hey man, I'm ready to tell the Call Her Daddy story." You know, that'd be nice for the show.
Yeah, I'm here opening up about having pediatric cancer.
I didn't know what you wanted.
We talked about that. Look, when you first moved here, and I was like, "Hey man, when do you want to do it?"
What the fuck? All right, that was like a year and a half ago.
You know, I got a good memory.
Yeah, but
I
okay, but
also-
don't phrase it as if like I'm holding out. Like
No, I
you're
know
waiting.
you're not.
That's true. Yeah,
That's a
I
crazy
think
thing.
I think Tom would be open to talk about it if you.
I wasn't even-
You're the interviewer, Eddie. Ask
Yeah,
him.
I wasn't even like doing on mic shit back then. So I mean, like I would tell you because it's all stuff that happened at Barstool. So there's no like secrecy. You
This
know, like,
this
All right.
episode is going in reverse. We're getting like the juicy stuff when we're about
I
to
know.
log off.
Yeah, this is how Eddie works.
That's how
I'll
it
write
is.
that
You give the
down.
people a little taste for more, and now they'll come back
You're,
for the next
you're
one.
Howie Mandel with the cliffhanger.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, that pissed me off. Deal or no deal. The cliffhangers are the most absurd.
You see that
Those were-
that promo he had with Chicks in the Office where he did it?
No.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was good.
It was really good.
That was really good.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Are you sure? Should I say it? I
He's
have
the-
something really
he's
important
the
to tell you guys."
fucking
Like,
king.
yeah. He's like, "I don't know if I can say it on the show." Like, yeah, just say it. And I was like, and he was like, "After this break."
He's the king of that.
What a legend.
Cliffhanger legend.
See, you gaslit me, so I had to gaslight you back. So I always get the last fucking gaslight on my show. That's the way it works.
Toxic
All
blows
right,
up.
so next behind the scenes, Tom goes behind Caller Daddy. Caller
See,
Tommy.
Yeah.
We'll see. No, it's tough. It's tough to speak about shit.
No,
like
because
that.
the second I said like I don't care, and then I realized like I don't want any smoke from
Yeah, it's tough.
the Podfather.
He's so fucking huge, dude. That's so scary.
Yeah, I don't want.
That's so scary.
From Alexander Cooper to White Sox Dave.
Yeah.
Think about the numbies, though, man.
I know. Yeah, we would do numbies.
For people that don't know, you were the producer for how many years? Or like, are you the year and a half?
Since like day one, yeah, like year and a half.
Yeah. Wow.
Old Caller Daddy producer reveals all.
Can you just give me? Can you
Oh
give me
my
that
God.
though? Or like you'll give it to you'll do it on this show if you do it.
Oh yeah, I don't
Okay.
think I don't think anyone else would care.
You never know, bro. Fucking who knows? Foreplay might be looking for this.
Yeah, imagine.
Just
Get
kidding.
the call from Jake.
All right then, for real, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for listening this whole week. We'll be back on Monday with the Salty Snacks Draft with Clem. All-time White Sox Dave brain moment. I don't think in a good way, but you could take it how you like it. That's it, everybody. Thank you. See you Monday.